I don't know. I've got over 12 million views. So of the ones that were the most popular, other than the porn star videos and other than the videos that are all about penis size, although I did throw one of them in. The first one was, warning, sex with an older woman could be addicting. Why date an older woman? And that seems to be a continuing theme of the most popular videos that I have. And I think the reason being is that it's my niche. It's like people feel like because I'm older and I'm with a younger guy, and I've dated younger, and I have a young spirit, and I have a lot of ways I've redefined the word cougar to be a confident, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and racy woman, that I will be able to give them good advice on it. And so that's kind of worked for me. And I am one of those people who thinks cougar is a compliment, because I think it signifies like a strong, independent woman more than it does this prowling predator. So that video in particular gets a lot of great comments. Every single day I get good comments on that video. A lot of people saying that once they've had this experience with an older woman, it's something they want to continue. It can be addicting in the sense that you just that's your type after that. You like someone who's more of a take charge personality, maybe not necessarily in the bedroom, but just someone who can take charge of their own life. Because a lot of cougars, including myself, don't always like to be the dominating one. We like to be the submissive one too. Especially in the bedroom, we can play both roles. So sex with an older woman can be addicting was the most popular video that I put out in the last several years. Yeah, that doesn't have to do with porn stars. The porn star videos, one of them has over 5 million views. But again, that's just more of like a compilation of porn stars talking about penis size. Hey, K. Smitty and Fozzie and Hurtlacker and Okay, so the second one was, it's okay for my wife to have sex with young guys. I'm a cuckold and I love it. So yeah, that took off. The cuckold videos are really enticing to a lot of people. They want to know about that whole scene. And it's, it was a video that I did a few years ago where I took an email that a guy had written to me, and we discussed the email about how basically he has a younger wife. He feels like he can't satisfy her sexually. And so she has gone out into the community and has picked up guys and brought them back to their house even. And he's a cuckold. He finds it erotic. He loves the whole concept of it. He's got pleasure that way, meaning that he stands in the background and watches, or he listens, or sometimes he's, it's a very fringe in the sense that it's not for everybody, but it certainly is interesting to a lot of people because it's my number 2 video. Again, I'm going to ask for comments about all these videos in a minute. I'm just going to go through. I'm going to go through these top 10, and then we'll go through and comment on everything. Okay. Number 3, why white women fantasize about black men. Again, this was a huge controversial video. I again apologize if I offended anyone with this video. I put it out basically, and I had interviewed a gay guy about it, and we were talking about like, what is it that white women, we always talk about white women. What do white women fantasize about black men, and why do they do that? And so the reasons I gave, like top 5 reasons I thought that white women might fantasize about black men, and it's a pretty controversial video. So if you want to check out some heated comments on both sides of the fence, go take a look at that video. Again, it's just what it wasn't my particular. It was just like a compilation of all my thoughts about what other people have said and other people have written to me on my YouTube channel and talked about. And so I think a lot of the guys will think that's interesting. Another one is Cougars, tips for younger men dating older women. Sexologist Nancy Sutton Pierce, a friend of mine, and I go through why, some of the tips for younger men who are dating older women, and some of the suggestions that we have. Again, that's a really interesting video. A lot of men have thrown in their own tips of why they like dating older women and vice versa. So it's a good one to check out. Mom gets a lap dance while son watches. Awkward. It's a quickie little video that I did recently with my son when we were filming Sex Talk with My Mom, the podcast. It's basically a friend of mine who is a exotic male dancer, and he was doing a lap dance for me, and it was more comical than anything else. It's not really something that like I really got into since my son was in the room, but it's funny. So check that one out if you like to see funny stuff. Let's see. Cougar should never. This video I did a long time ago, and it's just basically the top 10 things Cougar should never do. I twerk in the video. It's really a funny video. It's a sketch video. So if you guys like sketches, that's a one to look at. It's called Cougars. Cougars should never. But it's more of a joke. Another one that was very popular, pros and cons of one-night stands. A friend of mine, Terrence, he wrote a web series called Accused of One-Night Stands, and it's about New York City, and we talked a lot about why New York City is the capital of one-night stands. It's a pretty interesting video. It also talks about one-night stands in general, and we go into some detail as to our own personal experiences with one-night stands and why Accused of One-Night Stands is such a funny video. It's a funny web series. The first episode, there's little clips of it in there, and the funny thing I think about it is that I'm not going to tell you the end, but basically it's about a guy going down on a woman, and on a first date, and I don't know if it's even a date, first hookup, and what happens. So, so another one was how to pick up a cougar, a guide by a pro. Basically, I talk about my tips on picking up a cougar. It's a good one. Lot of comments back that they really like that video. It gives you good tips. Another idea is to go to my website, KarenLeePotter.com, and there's a very I don't want to say higher quality video because they're all high quality in my opinion, but that particular one, how to catch a cougar, is on my website right now. It's newer, and it's got it's 7 highly effective tips to picking up cougars. So it's called How to Catch a Cougar. Go check it out on my website, not YouTube channel, website. Last one, okay. Another one was with my friend Lucia, who's also a cougar, does a lot of work with me. We collab a lot, and that video is called Why Older Women Love Younger Guys. And it's basically why we like younger guys and what we find attractive about younger men. And then there is the last one I threw in there. It's me with 3 guys that it was done a while ago. Two of them were dating coaches, and one was a ex-porn star and a male porn star, and we talk about penis size. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about penis size here as the top 10, but I thought I'd have to throw that in because it's so funny. It's the guy's point of view, why it's so important to them that the girl or the partner they're with talks about how beautiful their penis is. So that's it. Anyway, the forum is open to talk about any of these videos or anything else, so I'm just going to go through some of the comments and go through them, and thank you all for all the hearts on Instagram, and don't forget to like this video on YouTube. Okay, so going back, a cougar isn't going to have a type of a pussy as a 20-year-old, Fozzie. Do you think it is what the cougar knows what to do in bed that attracts younger men, and the fact that most cougars have hair down there is what attracts younger men? Fozzie, I would dare say that the cougars are very well groomed and maybe not have hair down there. That might be something that you have to explore yourself. I think that you could find just as many people that groom at any age. So I don't know if the hair down there is at all a factor. What the cougar knows in bed is definitely an attraction to why younger men love older women. Definitely. K. Smitty, hi. Let's see. It is addiction. Cougars are amazing. Okay. If you call a woman a bitch, who doesn't like it? Do it at the same time you ejaculate. Wild Weasel is suggesting he likes that. Okay, thank you for that. And Ari is saying she does her Kegels. She does her Kegels. Kegels, for those of you guys who are not sure what that is, they're exercises that a woman can do to tighten her vagina. And it's like that area is a muscle. So if you do Kegels regularly, you can be tighter than someone who doesn't, no matter what age. So again, she's commenting on the loose vagina comment earlier from Fozzie. I agree with you, Ari. Hurt Locker, unless you watch the South Park stick of the truth game and you catch your parents doing it and you're fighting trolls while they are banging. That's the only time I think Hurt Locker is saying you should call someone a bitch. Okay. So Tom saying his first time was with a cougar, experience was beautiful. So that's what happens is like guys have this one unbelievable experience with a cougar and they want to continue it. It does get to be, something that if you have something, like if you've got, if you're with an experienced person at work and not about sex, but if they're teaching you something, it's a lot more valuable than if you're with someone who at work doesn't really know the ropes yet and you guys are trying to experiment together. So I guess it depends on if you want to have an experience with someone who knows what they're doing. A lot of times the older women are going to know what they're doing more than a younger person. It just makes sense. I don't know if my analogy was that great. Fozzie, do you prefer hair down there on either men or women, or do you think men and women should shave down there? My preference is I like everything nice and tidy and clean. That's just my preference. I definitely like a well-groomed man, and I keep myself in the same condition. It's just me, but that trend is probably going to go in and out. So we'll see. Ari says she waxes from front to back. Sorry. Again, Ari, I agree with you. It's definitely just a preference, and I don't think you could generalize that older women do not do it. Hurt Locker, Karen, love comes in all races, shapes, and sizes. When you fall in love, there are no limits. And that's basically true. I 100% agree with you. Hurt Locker on that one. Every time I see a comment from you, like that just makes me want to meet you. Okay. Okay, one of your videos that Tyrone Magnus reacted to was the white women dating black men. I'll have to check out what he said about that. I actually remember this rumor at my school where a tough as nails teacher did it with the whole football team. Whoa. That might be a rumor, though. Iceman, I love girls sucking black cocks. I'm so gay and a cuck. Wow, Iceman, you covered all the videos that we did. More like the thing that cougars do that's attractive is that they aren't insecure about relationships. Thank you, Hurt Locker. You think that, yeah, I think that you're right. It's not just, being with an older woman is not just about the sex. It's about the whole ability for the older woman to be able to communicate with confidence what it is that she likes. And and they're more, I think that if you can find an older woman that you get along with, it doesn't matter how old she is. It's not just about the sex. I remember when I was single, I would do all kinds of stuff with guys that were younger that didn't even involve sex. I mean, I remember one guy took me down to the area. He was a photographer, so he took me down to the area he loved to photograph most, and it was fun to be with him just because of his spirit. And we just had a more energetic energy together. Energetic energy? Is there such a thing as energy? Thank you for all those hearts on Instagram. Oh my God, we're going crazy on Instagram here. Okay. I kind of have been ignoring my Instagram peeps. I'm so sorry about that. So let's see what we got. I enjoy making ladies squirt. Billy, good afternoon. Let's see. A lot of people are saying hi. You're more experienced, Big Bitter. I'm definitely beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. Let's see. Are there any cougar conventions? Not that I know of. Always find a woman smarter than you. I don't know what that means. He's just saying always find a woman. Do you like big dick? Oh, Jesus. Too bad I don't have my pet cock Willie here. I have a big penis, and I can only put half of it in the women. Hammer. Yeah, a lot of guys that have big dicks say that kind of stuff. Seeing you is the best part of my day. Playful Bunny, thank you. You're looking great, thank you. What color bra am I wearing? What? Gosh. Jamal. GM, sexy experience, woman, experience, touch to the body, being in sync with the partner. No women brings full pleasure like a cougar. That's right. Let's see. No woman comes like the cougar. I don't know what that means. The hair is sexy to some point, saying Big Papa. Playful Bunny said you'll never go back. The topic today is the top 10 videos that I've put out other than the porn star videos, because porn star videos immediately get a lot of views. Which is why I like interviewing porn stars, for one of the reasons. It gets a lot more views. Little hair is good. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Let's see. Everybody likes experienced people. Hi from Greece. From Houston, Texas. We got Timothy. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to go back to my YouTube people here. And, okay, to recap, I gave my top 10 videos and you'll have to go back and watch it, I guess, if you're just tuning in. Make sure to like this video if you're just tuning in. If you're watching it later, like the video. And I'll leave my live version of this on Instagram for a while up on YouTube, I think. I mean, on Instagram, it's on there for like a good 24 hours. Hi from St. Louis. Anyway, so to recap, it basically was my top 10 videos other than the penis size videos, although I did throw one in there, and other than my porn star videos. So you have to go back and see those. Let's see. Hello, everyone. I voted for Clinton. I'm sorry. I don't know what that means. Okay. Well, she was forced to retire. Okay, we're talking about that. Tom, I shaved south of the border. Always thought I was average size, but the day I shaved, I went, hello, love the smoothness. So there you go. I mean, that's a lot of reasons people shave is just for themselves, or they get laser, or get waxed, or whatever. Let's see. Hi, Mr. Pirate Brain. Kubram. Hello. Okay. Let's see. Hurt Locker, penis size doesn't matter. It's how long you last that counts. Maybe Hurt Locker, but there's also other factors besides how long you last and the length or the width. There's a lot to do with how you use it. Let's see. Hi from Colombia. And let's see. Being a younger man in a younger circle, how do you get connected to the older circle to meet cougars? That's a very good question, Playful Bunny. So if you want to get connected, I would say that there's a lot of opportunities out there to meet people just in general, where you already are going, or think where cougars might go. And again, I've done several videos on where do cougars go. But just to recap that particular video, cougars love to go places where there's live music, where there's like an upscale bar. You can meet them at the gym. You can meet them walking down the street. You can meet them in a park or in a dog park. Definitely a dog park. I go to the dog park. I'm always meeting people, basically because my dogs are acting annoying. But it's a good place to meet people. And you can walk up and talk about anything that's in the environment. If you're at a dog park, for example, it's just an easy thing to do to talk to someone who's got a dog and tell them how cute their dog is, because everybody wants to hear how cute their dogs are. But again, we can go further into all that later. I hope you have a nice day too, Tim. Okay. How well... Okay. I'll put those top 10 in a playlist, Ari. That's a very good idea. I'm going to put my top 10 in the playlist. If a woman doesn't do Kegels, do vaginas loosen over time? Wild Weasel. Probably, but I'm not a doctor, so I'm not a urologist. I mean, a gynecologist, so I don't know. But I would say that, it's probably the same kind of thing where there's Kegel muscles there, and if you don't lose them, they might lose elasticity and get a little looser. Will it be like that that you can't have sex or it's not as pleasurable? I probably think that there's a lot of things you could do even if you have a loose vagina, so don't worry about that. Ray, I was thinking of making a fire design down south. A fire. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, definitely I've heard of people doing all kinds of designs with their hair on the head and below. Let's see. How well you satisfy the chick with your cock, obviously, is Hurt Locker saying. Yes. Let's talk about shit other than dick size. Yes, Iceman, I agree. Karen's right. Use anything as a convo starter. Yes. If you want to start a conversation with an older woman, or any woman for that matter, just use what's going on in the room. The other day on my podcast, Sex Talk with My Mom, and if you guys have not heard Sex Talk with My Mom, I suggest you listen to the podcast and definitely leave a rating or review. I will give you a shout out on Instagram and YouTube or whatever, but definitely leave a rating and review. It's a podcast that I do with my son, and it's really funny, but it's also really enlightening to see us break down the barriers of what parents and family members talk about. And also, I was talking to one of the guys on our show. We have guests come on our show all the time, and one of the guys on our show asked about where he could. What does he say? We were talking about how we can meet women and what to say. And I said, just stay away from the compliments. Just especially with women who are used to getting a lot of people coming up and saying, you're gorgeous, or you're beautiful, or you're this. Stay away from that and talk about what's going on in the room, or specifically what's going on with her, and make sure that you focus on her and ask questions that have to do with her passions, things like that, as opposed to saying, oh, you're so beautiful, because it's so annoying and it makes you feel look kind of needy and not confident when all you do is compliment. So I would stay away from that if I could. If I could give you a little tip there. I know, Sam, I am Mr. Pirate Brain. You can meet them on the train. You can meet them on a plane. Let's see. What do you think of a young man in their 20s and 30s dating older women who are 20 or 30 years older? Jonathan, I don't have any. I think age is such a number, and I just don't have any restrictions on anybody that anyone dates. I don't care about their age. I don't care about their race. I don't care about their religion. I don't care about their cultures, if they're different or whatever. I just think it's chemistry. There's no accounting for it, and you should try anything, because a lot of times my friends, they keep going in their own neighborhood. It's like incest. They keep switching partners, and they're all the same age group and the same, friends group, and it's just go outside the box, so to speak, and find someone new, something different. So yeah, age is a number. Let's see. Why do so many retarded women with other ways of satisfaction? Okay. Why do so many, and why Iceman, why do you put this in capital letters? Thank you for all these hearts. Why do so many retarded women think getting raped and killed is sexual? Iceman, I think you're confusing fantasies, sex fantasies, with actual wanting that. Okay? Women do not want to be raped or obviously killed. So I don't know where you get the idea that, are you saying that they're retarded, like mentally challenged women? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Iceman, but I think you need to do a lot more reading on the subject, or talking to people that have knowledge. See, that's my little dog. He's probably saying, it's time to end this. Okay, so you're talking about satisfying other than sex, hurt lacquer. I believe you're right. Tom, sex talk with my mom is hilarious as all hell. You need to laugh, play this show. Thank you, Tom, and I hope that you gave us a rating and review. I think you did, probably. But thank you for giving a shout out now. And please, anyone, if you have a chance, go check that out, because I really think you'd be missing something if you don't. If you like me and you like what I have to say, you're going to love Sex Talk with my mom. And podcasts are really such a great way of consuming information while you're driving in the car. You might be listening to the same music or the same radio or the same Howard Stern, and it's kind of fun to listen to podcasts. So you just go to iTunes and